welcome in to be our guest. And you know, you hear Jack and I always talk about the power is in the partnership. You know, we don't do anything by ourselves.
Nope.
It's always a team. And Jack and I were talking, we were looking at the paper, which is just taken such a turn for the best. It's wonderful, the Montgomery Advertiser. There was something that caught our eye, and it was Do More Montgomery.
Right.
So we decided to get the editor on, and let's talk about a partnership that will make our area stronger. And Tom, it is just so nice to have you here. It's Tom Clifford is the editor of the Montgomery Advertiser, and I want to hear more about this. Jack and I want to get it out there.
But before we start, I want to give our viewers a little bit of a neat little tip, because I love newspapers.
So do I.
And I want to congratulate you guys, because what was it, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when you merged the USA Today into the newspaper? I think you used the term more.
Yeah.
Yeah, more. And, you gave them more, because then obviously in the one section I get into all the local. Then I go to all the, they're not interspersed. It's kind of like US Today, and then I'm getting both local and national sports together. So you've done a great job. But, you know, I sit down at the table and I'm going to read my newspaper, drink my cup of coffee.
There you go.
And sometimes you get the paper and it's all, you know, it's been all folded up. So here's a little hint for you folks. When you get your newspaper, and it's very easy to do, take your newspaper and and again, I'll get it started, roll it up like this. Just roll it up. Roll it all up. Go like this a little bit. When you open it up, it lays flat and wonderful.
Ah, Jack of all trades.
So I mean, it's easy. I mean, because usually, especially when they deliver it, it's been folded up. Sometimes you're going, oh, I can't get this thing to stay up. Just do what I said. Open it up like that, roll it up, and you've got it.
That's a tip I haven't heard.
Yeah, it's a new tip. I'll send you a bill for that one. I'm just kidding you. But tell us about this program. It's wonderful.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
Well, you're very welcome.
I appreciate you, the invitation and the opportunity to talk to y'all and the public about this. The Advertiser has been, for the last year and a half that I've been there, really kind of stepped up its efforts to reflect what's really happening in this community. I'm a newcomer to Alabama, a newcomer to Montgomery. I came in with a curious, open mind, and have discovered what I think is a community that is incredibly rich in history, incredibly connected, you know, with its past and with its vision for the future, and has a huge giving heart. Philanthropy in this market is in this area is really at a great level. So as we go about doing our business of reporting the news and doing our investigations and covering football, which, you know, not necessarily in that order.
Another 2 months it'll be.
Our passion we know what our passion topics are. Yeah. You know, we've started to look at how we can continue to build our connection, the newspaper's connection to the community. I mean, for too long, I think, not just this newspaper, but newspapers in general, they've kind of separated themselves a little bit from the communities. They report on the communities, but they're not connected with the communities. So we're looking for a lot of different opportunities to find ways to connect ourselves with the community in a more real kind of way. We do it through our reporting, obviously, but we wanted to take it to another level, personalize it. So Do More Montgomery was, we've had a lot of discussions about this thing, and Do More Montgomery was the brainchild of two people on my staff, Allison Griffin, who's one of our feature writers, and Calla Ketchmer, who covers state government for us and used to cover city government, and is, you know, two of them are very passionate folks about the people and the things that are happening in this community. They got the idea that, you know, instead of just reporting on the news, what can we do to proactively engage people with it? And it started with the Lincoln Park Cemetery renovation things, and now it's moved into the Antioch. The same group of folks are moved to Antioch Baptist to look at that cemetery there, which have fallen in disrepair, and there's a great group of committed local volunteers who are working hard to clean things up. Again, it's part of that. So we looked at this opportunity as it's a great story. Volunteers stepping up. It's historic. I mean, this community is rich with its history, and we wanted to try and find ways to help bring these two together. So we have a community of people who are givers. We have a need for volunteers.
Right.
We figured, why don't we try and be proactive in pulling these people together? Thus comes Do More Montgomery, or Do More MGM, hashtag Do More MGM, which is kind of a coordinated print, web, and social media campaign to again give people an opportunity to find out about volunteer opportunities, and to help make it a better place to live.
You know, I applaud you because we were talking, you have a vision, but that's no good without an execution. You know, like a vision without resources is just an illusion. And what you have done is you have stepped in there and you have become a facilitator to bring the vision and the executors together. And I applaud you for that, because that really is what we try to do with our program. So that's why we wanted to have you on and let our audience know that the Do More MGM, if you're out there, you've got the time and you've got the talents, and we all have special traits and special abilities that we can use to make this place better, then let's do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's make a change.
We applaud you, Tom, and Robert, the editor of the
Grantham.
newspaper. Absolutely.
Robert's the publisher.
Robert's
I'm
He's the
editor.
publisher. That's right, the publisher. I'm sorry.
The dynamic,
publisher.
the
That's right.
dynamic
He's the big
duo.
boss.
He's the big boss.
The
for
dynamic
doing
duo.
more for Montgomery. We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank
Appreciate
you.
what you're
Thank you.
doing.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
And stay with us, and we'll be right back.